Hey, how's everybody doing today? It's Friday. I hope you're doing great. I know I am. Let me see if I can wipe off this lens a little bit. Probably got oil on it from my fingers. Anyway, if you ain't a subscriber, subscribe, man. You're missing out on cool stuff, man. I'm trying to teach the world out here with these 3.6 issues. Today, we done a total clean out. The engine's dirty on the outside, but we'll clean it up after we get done with what we're doing. I don't want to get no type of debris of dirt or anything inside the motor, but I'll be spraying the motor down with this stuff here, and it's the best shit you could use, man. Trust me, it breaks through that grease, makes it look like brand new. And then if you ever do have an oil leak someday, at least you'll know where it's coming from because it won't be all over the engine. Anyway, we done a timing or a motor clean out. We removed the oil pan, cleaned it out, spick and span, cleaned the motor out with this, put new rod bearings in it. It's got a new timing chain and gears in it. And we're fixing to do a pre-prime because we like to see what's going on before it's assembled and stuck in the car. So I put a starter on it and I'm gonna crank it over. And what I do is like I say, the whole inside is all cleaned out. So now I'm gonna get what's in that oil pump out by pumping new oil in and pumping what comes into your filter into the pan. So it'll probably be black and then turn clean when I start cranking it.
Yeah.
Hang on a second, so I want to get this thing here
You don't want to do
pre-primed.
the-
Not yet, but here we go. Watch your fingers and wingers. All right. The oil should be coming up right here any second. Nice and clean, nice and clean. All right, we got the new oil filter here, right?
That would be it, mister.
All right, we'll put some new oil in it. Just give it a little pre-fill. Because it's brand new and so is the oil, so there ain't gonna be nothing that hasn't been filled with that won't get there once we get this all done up. You always want to kind of pour it in there and let the filter soak it up before putting it on, because your car engine is going to start, and before it gets oil anywhere, it's got to get through the filter. So you might as well have it already soaked with oil, put it back on, and what do you call it, crank it over and start it up. But if you can unhook the fuel injectors and get it cranking before it has to start, that way it doesn't rattle and do any weird stuff to your rod bearings because it ain't got oil on it like it should. There we go. Sometimes you gotta find the hole. Let's see if we can get that Purolator up here where someone can see it if they ever want to know anything about what's on the motor. L12222. That's the right one. All right, here we go. This is what we're gonna be looking for here. I want to get oil pumping out of these timing chain tensioners, so it will be spraying on the chain. I'm gonna point that out here in a second as soon as I get this all dialed in here. All right, right there. Now you're gonna see oil squirt out of this hole right here, and this timing chain tensioner is gonna spray up here on the chain, and there's also one right on top of here. It's also gonna spray.
And one over here.
And one over there. Let's hope this thing has got good oil pressure. Here we go. Hang on, we forgot to put the actuators in. I don't know if it'll pump them
Oh
up.
yeah, no, we need to.
Go ahead and get the actuators.
No. Let's stop blowing up and pushing, I gotta get them clean.
We're getting something or something.
I don't know what to do.
We might have to put the actuators in to get it all primed up. Give me a second there. Where's the ones that were in that little tub? They're in the actuator can right here. I'm gonna spray them real quick and I'm ready.
I have to actuate.
You're supposed to have this pre-done for me. Alright, we got to get these actuators in here because these actually get oil pressure going through them too. So you want to put these in there to hold the oil pressure so it'll get through the motor to the oil channels it needs to get through. Right. Alright, let's see if we get some oil pressure now up there. I can hear it getting quiet now. There we go. There we go. You see that? Then you got some some oil bubbles out there. That's what I'm saying. You always want to do a pre-prime because the engine ain't got oil where it needs to have it. So you're going to start it as a dry run and it's going to gall up and cause scratches and gall it up and just took 50,000 miles of life out of it. So get it pre-primed first. Alright.
That's sitting good there. Sitting good there.
This one's still burping. It's still got to get all the
Air.
I hear it getting here. It's coming out between the actuator, the phases. But it's got to also fill up your lifters. So it's going to take a little bit to get the right proper pressure through the system. So that's what you got to do. I still hear it.
Oh, here they come. Hear them burping?
Yeah.
Dang onions. Make you burp.
I see bubbles and troubles.
Yeah. I'm starting. I'm not seeing nothing to fill those actuators inside this shit, but they got air.
That one's brand. Yeah, this one's still trying up here. That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah, this one here's spraying.
This one's trying, dude.
It's spraying good.
I can still hear it burping up in here.
Yeah.
I'm getting oil up here.
I'm getting it in there.
So it's still pumping out air somewhere in the system.
Still pretty good up here. Still got air in it.
I can hear it.
Yeah.
So it's still pushing it through. I wonder if one of these times it's gonna blow your finger up.
Pretty good. Sure getting a lot of air. Pinhole in there.
Yeah, there's a pinhole. Oh no, I want to get maybe something plugged up in the port. Sometimes you gotta back flush these things and get them Whatever the hell might be plugging up that porthole out of there.
Well, sometimes you
I
just
mean,
gotta
it's
act
not
like a nut.
Brand spanking new motor, but we definitely got to get it right. So I'm gonna back flush this. See what that does. There we go. See it's brand now. There must have been something that was just in there. There we go. Still burping a lot of oil or air. Maybe it was just a trapped air pocket in there. But yeah, it's doing good now. Oh yeah.
They're all spraying good.
Beautiful. That's the way I like it. All the rod bearings are pumped full of the brand new rod bearings that have got oil. It's got oil throughout the chamber. Right there. Beautiful. So that's how we do it. Pre-prime it, burp it, and chirp it. You can see the chains are getting all oiled. That's how it looks while it's running, just like that. That's what keeps the motor nice and quiet. Everything's lubed up beautiful. I'm a happy man. It tells me I did my job right because I had to do a lot to get this thing right. There ain't no doubt about it. And that's, you know, we refurbish them is what we do. We take and clean them out very well. We take the rod bearings out, and yeah, you can see wear in them all the time. I mean, they got 100,000 mile, these are 100,000 mile motors, but now putting new rod bearings in it just made it a 50,000 mile motor in my opinion. Ain't brand new. I'm not gonna say it's brand new. That's why I say 50,000 miles.
But it has a lot of new components.
Oh, yeah.
Cleaning done.
But you guys seen what we seen, so we're gonna button her up and
Hold it.
all that good
One
stuff.
last look as the June bug flew by.
Hey, you got the timing cover glued and ready to be?
No, I gotta go get that.
I'm gonna wipe all this down,
Yeah, get it ready.
unhook everything,
I'm
and
gonna go Google it.
make it do its deal.
All your bolts and nuts out.
All right, you guys have a good night, and we'll go live as I start this up tomorrow morning. If you guys want to see it, you might want to subscribe so you get special alerts that, hey, John and Charlie are going live. So I don't really know what else more I could say today other than I'm a happy camper, and I'm going to get this thing glued back on there because there ain't no gasket for these. What you do is you put a silicone on the outside of that timing cover and bolt it up, and you want to let it set overnight and dry. That way it don't get no leaks. But other than that, I'm going to ramp her up and I'm going to button this all up and give it a good spray down. I'll show you live tomorrow when I spray this down what it looks like as it is now versus when it's done. Awesome.